recorded. So I want to welcome you to this training session. My name is Robert Kawalya. We are going to look at targeting, monitoring, and evaluation. So how do we set targets in Excel? So you have a huge data set. As you can see, we have the date, we have the region, we have the product, we have the quantity, we have the unit price, we have the store allocation, we have the customer type, is it wholesale, is it retail, we have the discounts which we are given, we have the salespeople, we have the total price, we have the payment methods, is it online, is it gift card, is it debit card or credit card. We have the promotions, we have the returns, we have the order IDs, we have the customer names, okay. We have the shipping costs, we have the order date, delivery date. So we have also the regional managers. So let us assume we want to set targets on products. So these are the products. So we can highlight them and see. So let's assume these are the products. Let me first highlight them and we see how many are they in number. So I'm going to put them on a different sheet. I try to remove duplicates. So to remove duplicates, you just go to data and then you remove duplicates. Okay, remove duplicate. You can click on that button and then you click OK. We are able to see that there are 8 products. So now we want to evaluate each product's performance. Let us say in the year of 20, in the year of maybe 2020, 2023 and 2024. Okay, how was the performance? So these are the products. I'll give them a product column and maybe product name, or I can leave it to product. We have tablets, we have printers, monitors, desk, tablets, laptop, chairs, and phones. So these are the products that were sold. So we need to know how much are we getting from each product. How much were you able to generate? How much did your tablet generate to our business? Which one is the performing product? That's the analysis. I think we looked at that, but we want to see how do we set targets for each product. So now we shall continue with some bit of analysis using pivot tables. So you first turn your data set into a table. You go to insert. Okay, you go to pivot table. So we are going to first see that the performance of each product as the year 2023, such that we are able to set targets. Okay, so now which columns do we need? We need the date column, and then again we need the product column, and then also the revenue that was generated from each product. So we need the date. We can first put it under columns. We need the products, the product column. We can put it under rows, and then we need what else? We need the total price. We need the total price. We can put it under values. Okay, so that's it. So now we are having 2023, 2024, 2025. Okay, so I think a mere looking at this, you can be able to see all the performances from 2023, 2024, and then 2025. So now we want to set targets for 2024. Let us assume we don't have the performance. So the year 2023 has just ended. We want to set targets for 2024, and we see if we have achieved them or not. So how do we do that? So I'm going to filter out and then I remove other years. I can put back the quarters, the months, and then I remain with the years. So these are the years. So we can filter 2020, we can filter out 2023 only. So this is the performance of each product in 2023. Okay. So we can go ahead and remove the decimal places such that it is a little bit meaningful, as you can see. So we are able to see that chairs generated about $205,000, a desk that, laptop that, So this is the grand total. Okay. Is there any question? Tim, do we have any question? So I think we can be able to proceed. So looking at this performance in the year of 2023, now we want to base on this and set targets. Okay, maybe we are looking at maybe at least a growth of 1% in the next year. Okay, so you can be able to a little bit customize your pivot table. I said you can just go to design, you can go to report layout and then choose tabular form. If there are subtotals, you can remove, don't show subtotals, and then that's it. So this is the performance of each product in 2023. So that's why we say that businesses base or rely on data to make informed decisions. So that's why we are able to say that, oh, this is the performance. So now if you want to grow in 2024, what are we aiming at? Okay, I think we are aiming at having maybe a growth of at least 1% per every product. So we can base on this and have what we call and we have what we call the targets. So you can set anything. You can say maybe I want an increase. Okay, want an increase of about 1% 1% in the next year of 2024. So we are going to set targets. Can give a column. I've just duplicated by copying and pasting. Target for 2024. Okay. So now we want an increase at least in every product by 1%. So how can we achieve that? So to achieve that, we need to do some calculations. Okay, so we can say we want this plus the increase of 1%. So it will be just times 1%. You can calculate it in your own way. I think it is that. Okay, so that's what we want. So at least we want chairs to increase by 1%, a desk by 1%, and it will be that. So these are the set targets by the company. So the question is, have we achieved the targets or not? So we need to have the real actualization of performances from these products, the chairs, the desks, the laptops, monitors, phones, and etc. So this is what we have. Okay. So now what then do we want? So now we need to, let us assume 2023 has ended, 2024 has also ended. So now we want to see whether we have been able to achieve what we were able to set in 2023, and we're able to see what is the percentage growth. Okay, so I think we can proceed. and see that performance. So we are going to come up with another cell, and then we can call it we can call it reports. We can call it reports. So if after that, if we are done with that, now I'm going to just borrow the targets. Let me just borrow the targets that we have set. I think they are in sheet 1. Yes, they are here. So these are targets. So I don't think we need 2024 performance. But if you delete this because you have used the formula, and if you just delete it like this is going to be affected. So I said you can paste as 1, 2, 3. You first copy, and then you paste as 1, 2, 3. Not just pasting as normal, but you paste as 1, 2, 3. So that's such that even if you delete this, everything remains. Okay. So these are the targets. So we need these targets in our report such that we are able to draw some conclusions. So yeah, this is the sheet that we have. So I'm going to just paste it here. And now we need the achievements. So I can just say achievements in 2024. So what have we achieved? Okay, what have we achieved in 2024? So have we met the targets? So we need to put each contribution by every product here in 2024, the actual data. So now how do we do that? So we can come up with another pivot table. Actually, we can just use this and just reuse this. Okay, let us reuse this, and then we just change where there is 2023, we put 2024. So we want 2024. Okay, so this is the performance of every product in 2024. So now let us see our report. So we need to put this here. So there are a number of ways. So if in case you have lots of information, you can use what we call the Vlookup. You can use the X lookup or the H lookup. So in this session, we are going to look at what we call the Vlookup. So you cannot perform a Vlookup on the pivot table. So we can just borrow this. We can just copy it somewhere. We copy and we paste it somewhere, just like here, such that we have not copied the whole pivot table. Just highlight. Yeah, just highlight from here, not the whole pivot table from the filters. You can just highlight it from here. Okay. So now we are going to perform a pivot table. Okay. Sorry. We are going to perform a VLOOKUP function. So now let me first zoom in my work such that it is a little bit visible and we can be able to see the formulas more clearly. So I think we are good to go. So VLOOKUP it takes a number of arguments. They are quite few, and it is very understandable. Okay. So let me first borrow this a bit, such that we have. So now we can be able to just highlight, and then such that we are able to see. So now you can use the simplest way, which is just put equals, and then you reference that cell of the chair in 2024. It is here. But if you have a huge data set, this is going to take a lot of your time. So how do you achieve that? So what you need, you can use what you call the VLOOKUP function. So in Excel, every formula begins with an equal sign. So you can say equal sign Vlookup. You click on it, and then what is the lookup value? The lookup value is the product. Okay, so the lookup value is the product. So I can click on that on the column B to B, comma, table array, where are your results that you're fetching. I think they are in they are here, so you can highlight the entire columns from the above, just like that. We put a comma, and then they will ask what is the column index. So there are two columns. There is this, the first column of our table array, and then another column where we want the values, and this is column index 1, column index 2. So we are interested in column index 2. So we can put a 2, and then we say comma, and then do you want an approximate match or you want the exact match? So we want the exact match. After that, you just press the equal sign. So you just enter, and then you just scroll, and everything will come, as you can be able to see. So now we need to have the totals. Okay, we need to have the totals. Equal sign and sum. It is to add. You can highlight just like this. I think we know all these basic formulas, the summation, the what. So this is the overall total. Okay, overall target, it is 1,714,000, and then the achievement, it is, you can say equal sign sum. We click on sum function, and then we highlight from here up to here. Okay, I think we have overachieved. Now let me also bold this, the total. Let me bold the total. Okay, so now if you put commas or separators, 1,000 separators, just like that. So you cannot just present this to your bosses. They need what we call percentages. What is the percentage of target versus the achievement? Target of 2024, target of 2024 versus the achievement in percentages of that in percentages. Okay, so to get the target versus the achievement in percentages, just say equal sign the achieved divide by the target. Okay, so it is going to give us this, and then in percentage, I think we have overachieved by 20%. It's 120. It's 120%. That means we have met the target and we have overachieved. So you can just scroll up to this. Okay, so the overall achievement, it is 103. Okay, it is 103, as you can see. This is the overall achievement in 2023. So sorry, in 2024, the overall achievement is 103. We have just divided the actual or the achieved divided by the target. So we have overachieved. So now, which one is the performing product? Highest performing product. Okay, so to get that, you can just clearly see that it is printer. We have achieved by, we have grown by 40%. We have overachieved, or we have achieved above the target. So now we can come up with what we call data bars in conditional formatting. To get that, you just go to home, and then the conditional formatting, we can use what we call the data bars. They are here, just like that. So now this is how we can be able to use data bars, as we can be able to see. That's how data bars works. You just highlight, you go to home, conditional formatting, data bars, you can choose any color that you want. So if you want this, you can be able to use it just like that. So moving forward, this is what you have achieved. Target first achieved. So if the management is reviewing this performance, they are able to just see by just looking at these percentages, they are able to tell. So now we need to weigh between 2023 and 2023 and 2024. Have we been able to grow as a business? And then what's the percentage of growth as a business? So we need to have the achievements, and then we do some comparisons, achievements in 2023, and then we perform some comparisons. Okay, you can perform some comparisons in 2020 with 2023 and 2024, and then we shall need to have the percentage growth. The percentage growth. Okay, the percentage growth. So is it by 1%? Okay, so if we have grown as a business, because that's what managers or what decision makers are interested. So between 2023 on shares, have we grown or we have declined? You can clearly say that with data, with facts. So now we need the achievements in 2023. I think we have already the pivot table for 2023. I guess, yeah, it is here. So we are going to just reuse the same thing. So I'm going to just copy, and then we can perform a Vlookup. We can perform a Vlookup on that. So this is 2023. This is 2020. This is 2024. So now we are going to just copy and paste the other side. Okay, in our report, you can copy and paste, or you can use what we call the Vlookup. I said, I'm repeating, the Vlookup, you can just say equals Vlookup. Okay, what is the lookup value? It is the product. Okay, product column, B2B, comma, what's the table array? The table array is where you're fetching your information. So we can highlight from here by highlighting the column headers, comma, column index. I say that where is that result that you're fetching? I think we are looking at this. So our column index, it is 2. This is column index 1. This is column index 2. So we can just say with the column index is 2, you can put a 2, and after that you can say comma. So you are going to ask, do you want a true? True means approximate match, false means exact match. So you want the exact match, and then after that we say, you can just press the enter, and then you have it there. Or you can copy and paste. Okay, you can copy and paste. So these are the achievements in these were the achievements in 2023. So to perform comparisons, we want to perform comparisons. So if we compare this performance of 2024 with 2023, have we grown or we have degraded? So to see that, you need to have percentages in which bosses can be able to understand. So now you can say equal sign. The actual or the achieved in 2024, this divide by 2023 minus 1. Okay, so that is a growth. You can put percentages by just clicking on the percentage sign up there, and then you just scroll going downwards. So you are able to see that where they are negative, that is a degrowth or a decline in performance. Laptops 10% degrowth or decline. So there's a growth in chairs. So you ask yourselves why. So what is the overall achievement? So we need a total for 20. We need a total for 2023. So we can say equal sign sum of this. Okay, so we are going to perform a comparison between these overall achievements in 2023 and 2024. So it is the same thing. Shall we just compare that two? Shall we just set overall contributions of 2024 divide by those in 2023 minus 1. So this is a growth of 4%. So if it is negative, that means the overall growth has declined, or as we have grown by 4% as a business. So now I'm just trying to highlight such that you are able to see what I'm doing more clearly. So now this is the growth in percentages. So now in chairs we have 20% growth, 21% growth, and in desks it is 28% decline. So now if you look at this, the overall achievement in 2024 it is 103. So people can just clap, oh, we have achieved, yet they are underperforming products. So management needs to, based on this, to make informed decisions by just looking at this. Okay, at this. So they're able to see why is it that our prices are are not competitive? Are we overpricing? Okay, are we over, it raises a lot of questions. So why is it that the most performing product it is, oh, there's too much growth of chairs? Why? Is it that the competitors were not able to do what they're supposed to do, or what's wrong? So these are the questions, and as a data analyst you must be able to provide a detailed report. So you write that the overall achievement in 2024 is what? Is 103%. Is 103%. 103%. Okay. Then you just put this in your report. Okay. Then which insight can you generate in this? You can say chairs, or you can say chairs. What else is growing? Chairs, printers, or printers. What else is growing? It is tablets. Okay. What else? What else is growing? I think those three products you can say are growing. Like an insight from your overall report. Or there is a decline between of which products? There is this of negative 28% desk. What else? Laptops. Okay. What else? Phones. Okay. What else in your report can you generate? And then overall growth is 4%. Okay, overall growth it is 4%. So now, having looked at this, these are the insights. People can read that at your tabular insights, or at the same time they can as well look at these insights. You can highlight them for management review, but this is a good analysis. So you can even put what you call pointers. If it is pointing down, that is a decline. If it is up, that is a growth. Okay, so you can also generate something. You can we have achieved more, or we have grown more in chairs. There is a decline in desks. That is so alarming. So these are the insights that management is interested in knowing. So now, what else can we come up with that? So having looked at that, now we can look at like the pointers, just someone looking at something and they're able to draw some insights. So you can be able to use what we call conditional formatting to put those arrows, which is pointing up with a green button, pointing down with a red button. So you go to home, conditional formatting, you can use what we call the icon sets. You go to more rules, you set, we are looking for, we can use that one, those arrows, you can use, and we can use these icon styles, and as well, we can be able to change this. We can say if this is greater than 0, okay, any number, and then when it is greater or equal to 0, then you can use that yellow button, and then in case that is a number. Okay, so now when this is done, let it point down, and then you click OK. I think that makes more sense. That's what we call conditional formatting. So even someone just looking at this, or you can use what we call highlighting, of like highlighting in conditional formatting. Go to conditional formatting, highlight sales rules, and then you say when less than 0, okay, light red, there are many, green light, what, red text, and then you click OK to be like that. I think this is more meaningful. So I want to thank you all for listening to me. My name is Robert Kawalya.